Okay. So do I have to say something to like officially start it?
Typically just state the date, the time, and that is the Ways Committee, and then you have a quorum.
Okay. So today is September 17th, and it is 6:30 p.m. for the Ways Committee meeting. And we have a quorum of 5 members today. And so the first item on the agenda is the applicants. So they're located at the bottom of the agenda. And we have 3 this time: Jake Karsten, Elizabeth Edwards, and I can't see the last one. What's that? Anaya? I think I said that right. And then I know there's Catherine. I know she's on the call. She'll be at the next meeting. So we'll approve her, or we'll look at her application next time. And so do we vote on them now?
Yeah, what you would do is you can vote individually, or you can say, can I get a motion to accept Jake Karsten, Elizabeth Edwards, Ananya Misra into the Ways Committee? So is there a motion from somebody?
I'll do a motion for, do I do all 3 or individual?
You can do all 3 or individual. It depends on you.
I know the third applicant, I know she cannot be on, she doesn't live in the town. She's not a town resident. So I know that she knows that she's not going to be like a voting member, just so everybody knows. So I'll do a motion to approve the 3 members. Can I get a second?
Second it.
Who is that, Quinn?
Yeah.
Okay. So motion from Raylan, second by Quinn. And then we're going to have to do a roll call vote since we're on Zoom. So all those in favor signify by saying aye, and we'll start with Raylan.
Aye.
Darby's absent, Maddie's absent. Annalee? Annalee, if you can unmute and vote. Quinn?
Aye.
Corey?
Aye.
Okay. Annalee, you there? Motion passes 4-0. So welcome new members, Jake, Elizabeth, and Ananya. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And then Ananya will be a ex officio member, meaning she can't vote, but she can still sit and discuss and participate in Ways Committee events.
Good. So now officer elections. I know we talked about it at the last meeting. I don't know if anybody else. So do anybody have questions about the positions?
Yeah. Chair, you pretty much run the meetings. You work with me on the agendas and then scheduling the meetings. And
I'm sorry, is my mic working now?
Was that? Yeah.
Can you hear me now? It wasn't
Yes,
working. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. For those of you that are new, we pretty much follow Robert's Rules of Order, and we'll get into a lot of this when we have like a really regular meeting. But since we had a turnover from the last one and we lost all the officers, we need to go ahead and elect new officers. And the way that you do that is you go ahead and nominate somebody for the position. You can nominate yourself. And then you would make a motion and a second and then vote that person in. With chair, you pretty much run all the meetings. As I said before, you work with the council member liaison, Lizander, who's on right now, and you work with myself on scheduling meetings, getting stuff together. And then the vice chair would step in when the chair is not able to attend. Sometimes you want the vice chair to be somebody that's groomed into being the chair so they know how to run the meetings and so forth. So typically, if you are a junior in high school and you want to do it next year, then you would probably want to be the vice chair. Treasurer is pretty easy. It sounds like you're going to have to be an accountant to do it. It's nothing like that. You would work with myself in the finance department on making sure that if you guys want to spend money, we'll explain to you how to do it. And all you have to do is get the recs and stuff like that. So it's a pretty simple process, and don't feel afraid of doing it. And then you have the secretary. All you do is you take notes of the meeting, what happened at the meeting. You don't have to take verbatim notes, meaning every word that was said. You just say, there was a motion to approve all of the applicants. It was seconded by Quinn, and all voted in favor. That's it. You don't have to say all the discussion or anything like that. So is there a nomination for the chair of the Ways Committee for 2020-2021?
I would like to nominate myself for chair.
Okay. Is there any other nominations? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve Raylan Mitchell as the chair for the school year of 2020-2021?
I approve of that motion. I'll motion that.
All right, that's from Corey. Makes the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Darby is the second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. We'll start with Annalee,
Aye.
Corey,
Aye.
Darby,
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
All right, and then typically what happens is you have to be approved by town council to get into the Ways Committee, because the Ways Committee makes recommendations. But since we're learning how to do this and whatnot, Jake, how would you vote?
I vote in favor of electing her.
All right, great, thank you so much. And then Haley Davis.
Yeah, I vote for her too.
Okay. All right. So congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, Raylan, on being elected the chair of the Waste Committee in its second year. I'll let you go ahead and take it over. You're the chair now.
Okay, so do we have, okay, hopefully I'm going to do this right. It's my first time, so, okay, just, so, do we have any nominations for vice chair? You can nominate yourself.
Looks great on a college app.
And I was here too. It's not a hard job. You just go to the meetings, and if, say, I was absent, you would just help run it and just help learn it so you could take it over next year possibly. But definitely looks good on college apps, and it's good for leadership for other clubs especially.
Get a lot of volunteer hours. I can guarantee you it's not hard, and don't be apprehensive on doing it. It's a great learning experience, and it's really not that much work. So if you're,
I'll nominate myself for vice chair.
way to go, Corey.
Okay,
All right, seeing none.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve Corey Foster as vice chair?
I'll motion her.
And then I'll second. And so all in favor say aye. So do I do Jake, right?
Yeah, you can start with Jake.
Jake?
Aye.
Haley Davis?
Aye.
Annalee?
Aye.
Quinn?
Aye.
And Darby?
Aye.
Corey can vote for herself.
Oh, Corey.
Oh, aye.
So
Congratulations.
yes, congrats.
Thank you.
Okay. I have to say anything after that? Like the motion passes?
The motion passes unanimously.
Okay. The motion passes. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. The next one, treasurer. This one isn't bad either. Any nominations? Again, you can nominate yourself.
You're looking to be a finance major or accounting major, it's a good thing to have on there.
Don't make me nominate somebody. Looking at you, Jake.
I'll nominate myself.
The only reason I said I'm looking at you is you're the only one with the camera on, so.
Okay, anybody else? No. So can I get a motion to approve Jake Carson as treasurer? I'll motion it. And then can I get a second?
I'll second it.
So all in favor of Jake Carson as treasurer, say aye. Starting with Jake.
Aye.
Haley,
Aye.
Annalee,
Aye.
Quinn,
Aye.
Corey,
Aye.
Darby.
Aye.
Okay, congrats, Jake. So the motion passes unanimously. Now the next one, the last one, secretary. So again, you just write notes and they're really short. Rainey did it last year. It's just really brief. So anybody want to nominate themselves or nominate somebody?
You can nominate somebody that might be absent.
That is awesome. Diane Edwards will help anyone who's doing this too, you know, I mean, and just to make sure that everything's, you know, like exactly accurate and the way it's supposed to be. So, you know, there's some assistance for anyone who wants to do it.
And also, especially if you're staying, this is like you're not a senior and you were thinking about maybe doing higher positions in future years, just like Jake is, he's treasurer, and this is his first year, you're welcome. It's definitely a good idea.
Yeah. It's great for resumes and for, you know, getting experience when you move on to other boards and committees, especially if you're going to college. You know, there's plenty of different boards, committees that you might want to be a part of, and having that experience really helps you out. And all it is taking notes. You're not really, it's not homework or anything like that. It's pretty simple. So don't make me nominate somebody. Quinn or Haley.
If that wasn't enough, I'll tell you. So I've actually sat on scholarship advisory committees where I decide who's going to get a scholarship or not. And we have formulas that we put together and judge applicants. And you get more points if you actually have a leadership position in an organization versus just being a member of the organization. So even though you might be doing something for community service, if you actually have an officer position, which this is, you would get more points and have better consideration. So this is a really, I'd say, easy way to have an officer position versus probably the work that's involved in being an officer in something like National Honor Society. So consider that among, you know, the positives of doing this.
I'll nominate Haley.
Okay, anybody else last? Nope. Okay, so can I get a motion to approve Haley Davis as secretary?
I'll motion that.
I'll second the motion.
And all in favor of Haley Davis as secretary, say aye. I'll start. Aye. Jake,
Aye.
Haley,
Aye.
Emily,
Aye.
Quinn,
Aye.
Corey,
Aye.
and Darby.
Aye.
Congrats, Haley. The motion passes unanimously.
Hey, I'll send you pretty much how it. Correct. I'll send you pretty much notes of how it goes. It's pretty simple. You just pretty much write on the agenda, and that's pretty much the minutes. So don't be afraid of it.
You'll have a template. It'll be easy.
Yeah. And believe me, to tell you the truth and to echo what Councilmember Anders said, I sat as the treasurer of the Central Florida NFL Alumni Association. And when I send my bio to people, that's pretty much the only thing they ask me. They ask me if I played football and stuff like that, even looking like me. But seeing that you're an officer in some sort of organization, they latch on to that, and it really opens some doors for you. So kudos to everybody that is elected tonight.
Yeah, congrats, everybody.
Congratulations.
Okay, so is there a proper way I move items in the agenda? Like I move on to the next thing?
Yeah, just say we're moving on to 2020, 2021 committee goals and opportunities discussion.
Okay. So well, I guess I can start. So this is just basically about like any goals for this year, or any ideas for the future of this year and everything. So at least for anything I had to say was everything's still the same with last time, because I know it's different because of Corona, everything, but we're going to do our best this year. But I've been in contact with Parks and Rec, and again, they're just going to need us to fill stuff with goodie bags, but we'll have the date for that by our next meeting when they'll need us to help out. So I'll be talking to them and everything. But that's all I think I had to mention for at least what we're going to do. So, and also we talked about the last meeting how we would try to do an annual project for our committee, just so, because like how all the other how all the other committees have their own event. So just be thinking about ideas that we could do as our own sponsored event instead of just helping out committees, which we'll do. So does anybody have ideas or anything?
I mean, I really wanted to do my dodgeball thing last year, but it
Everybody's
never
shy
really
tonight.
got to pan out. But I think that'd be fun. I mean, I guess you could kind of social distance as you're hitting people with dodgeballs.
Sure, yeah. Especially the new members. I know, well, Jake's the only one, but yeah, we had a lot of events scheduled for last year, but with Corona and everything, they didn't get to follow through. But yeah, so like especially past members, just look at your last year events, and maybe for the next meeting, think about how we can turn those into this year and stuff with like Corona and everything. See if maybe you can change it or still have the same idea so you don't have to start from scratch. Like I was thinking about I was going to do the Zest Fest, which was when we were going to pick oranges and then have an event for the old schoolhouse with the historical board. But because Corona and everything, it's kind of hard. But I'm going to get in contact with them and see if we could still do the picking with social distance instead of an event or anything, but still make it a volunteer opportunity for residents. So that's how I'm trying to still carry it over. So yeah, just keep that in mind for the next meeting. Anything else anybody wants to add or anything?
Like a cleanup thing like we did last year. Like we planned last year, though.
Oh, like the Earth Day cleanup we had planned?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably still do that, right? That would be fine.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Maybe, especially if we're outside and everything. Yeah.
I've got I've got to say, a cleanup event, I think, is a really good contender for a signature event because we don't have any other committees that have something like that right now. We do have things that we do around Earth Day and Arbor Day and things like that that are for the environment. But if you're all looking for, something that's a year-to-year, an annual thing for this committee, that I think is a strong contender that kind of spans the generations and it goes to your mission. Not to say that's the only option, but I think that that's something that really would be, a strong option there.
Definitely, you're like completely right about how our mission is about advocating for the environment. So that's definitely a good idea. So I'll think about ideas for a cleanup project, and you guys can too, and we can propose some of them and talk about it at our next meeting. So just keep that in mind. So anything else anybody wants to add? Nope. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the Gazette articles. So, the next one is due by November 20th. So I take care of that as chair, right? Like I send that to you guys?
You can, or you can designate somebody, whoever's good at writing or just posting. It can tie into whoever you want to assist in maintaining your social media accounts. All it is just, advertising your events. If you want to recruit members, or if there's something that you all feel very strongly about, you can put an article out there, whether it be like maybe social injustice, maybe it be about cleaning up, all sorts of stuff. So it's an open invitation for you to provide an article in the Gazette each and every quarter. So whatever you guys feel like you want to say, again, it's that way to connect not only the youth, but the youth to the older people like me. So whatever you come up with, we'll help you put it out there.
Okay. So yeah, that's open to everybody for ideas and everything. But so do November 20th, but we'll have our October meeting before then. So we can talk about if you guys think of ideas you want to add in there before then or at the meeting. We can talk about that. Wait a second. My phone almost spent. I'm sorry. We can talk about it then too. So the next one is social media update. So we had an account. We had our Facebook linked to our Instagram, I believe. I think that's what we were trying to do last year. So every time we post on Facebook or Twitter is one of those, it would link up. I forget who was in charge of the social media accounts last year. I don't know if we have the accounts, the passwords and everything.
Yeah, we still have everything. Whoever is in charge of the social media accounts, meaning that whoever wants to post stuff, it has to be filtered through myself and Diane, and then she'll post it out there. Just so you guys are protected and it's an arm's reach away. So if you're taking a picture of yourself at an event and you're wearing your t-shirt, or even if you're not, wearing your t-shirt and you're just doing something, that meets the mission or the goal, or you're volunteering, please take a picture, take a selfie and then shoot it over to us, and we'll be more than happy to post it on our on your social media accounts. I know old people like me still use Facebook, but I know everybody here probably still or uses Instagram or some other form of social media, but those are the three that we typically use, and we know that they're ADA accessible.
So,
Robert, you're almost about to say something cool you don't even know about, right? We just
I don't know about TikTok or what. I have no idea about those things. So.
Yeah.
So, are any of the past members, were any of you guys in charge of the social media last year, or was it the graduated seniors? I know there was 2 in charge of it, so I don't know if you would want to continue, but I think they resigned. So does anybody want to take the social media role and just help with? Everybody's feel free to send what they would like to post, like pictures and everything, but just somebody who wants to manage it and everything too.
So I think that Robert, Can you confirm if somebody actually took that on, could that be deemed a position that would actually have a title that somebody could then use in college applications? Could we call that person the social media coordinator for the committee or something?
Yeah.
Because that could be a benefit to them to apply. And then if anyone needed a
Absolutely.
verification, then Robert or I could provide that on an application for college or for scholarships or whatnot.
So should we do a motion to elect somebody for it, or?
I mean, if somebody's willing on this meeting to do it, or you can wait till the next meeting, it's up to you. You know, there might be somebody that's out there that is not on right now. Unless somebody on here right now wants to nominate themselves, they can. It'll be like special or social media. Liz is better at naming.
I'd just say manager or social media director. That sounds impressive, and I mean, it is essentially what you're doing. So.
Anybody
There you
want
go.
to, or we can just do it for next meeting when there's other members.
Is there anybody on right now that wants to be the social media director? Haley, you can get Darby back. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
All right. We can punt it to the next one.
Okay, so moving on, other considerations. Does anybody have anything? It's kind of what we were talking about before about goals or anything. If you forgot to mention something. Anything else? I don't have anything on my end, but if anybody else.
At the next meeting, we'll be more in depth on sunshine laws, because again, this is a learning experience for everybody that's on it to learn how to run a board, a committee, and rules and regulations that you have to follow while being in the board, meaning that now that you're on a board, you guys cannot talk to each other about certain items that's going to come up for a vote. So if you're looking at, you guys wanted to vote on, I'm trying to say, maybe canceling Christmas, let's just say, we're canceling spring break. And then, Jake texts Rayland, I think this is a dumb idea, I'm going to vote no. That'd be a violation of the sunshine law because you guys would be talking about it at an actual meeting. So just make sure that you're mindful of whatever you're texting, whether you're on Snapchat or the GroupMe, that you're not discussing items that are up for votes, just, hey, this meeting is this date. And then if you have an agenda item that you want to be put on the agenda, then you would just go ahead and email Rayland, and then we would put it on the agenda for discussion for everybody to discuss at the same time.
I will say from my experience too, because I'm held to those same restrictions in working with town council. If you do have a question about something that might be coming up for vote and you want more information about it, the correct way to go about getting that information is to email somebody on town staff, and Diane would be fine to email about that. But, to say, I might have missed something, or are there minutes someplace, or, is there more information about this? Make sure that you reach out to Diane versus reaching out to another committee member. That's just the best way to go about it. And then if it's something that another committee member might have, Diane can reach out to that person, get it, and bring it back to you. It seems a little bit inefficient, and it is, but it's meant to protect everyone.
I think the other thing I want to say is maybe at the next meeting, we could set up town emails for the new members.
Absolutely.
To do that. So then we can start sending the agendas like that, and we'll create a new GroupMe too, probably next time when we have everybody on for the new members. And so the resigned members don't get the notifications and everything.
Okay.
So that's it. Anything else? No. Okay. So how do I say the meeting's over?
You can go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 7 p.m.
Okay, so the Ways meeting is for September 17th is adjourned at 7 p.m. Thanks everybody, and congratulations to all the officers.